It's Buccaneer update time here on CSUSports.com. Rob Walden, along with the head coach of the CSU women's soccer team, Eric Terrill, coming off of a 1-0 victory last Friday against Coastal Carolina. Anya Jumisic scored her first career goal in extra time to send the Buccaneers to the victory. CSU now with 12 wins on the regular season, 5-1-1 in conference play, and that 12 victories is a program record. And Coach, before we talk about the significance of the victory overall, talk about the goal that Anya scored to send you guys to the victory over Coastal on Friday. A fantastic time for her first career goal.
Definitely it is. Anya was a forward in high school, and we really recruited her for that role, and it just really hasn't gelled real well at the college level. And we've really tried to look at her different options. She's really settled in defensive central midfield, so her heading in a lot of games, her ball winning 50-50 balls has been extremely good. So Jen Vroman set the ball down, played it in similar to a cross. Anya got her head on it, put it in the back of the net. Golden goal, and you got to be really happy for Anya. I mean, she's really been, working hard to get that first college goal.
And that's the fourth straight win for you guys. You've only given up 2 goals in that 4-game stretch. Both of those came early in the match against Presbyterian a couple weeks ago. You and I have talked a couple of times about how the back line needed to shore up their performance overall, and aside from that blip against Presbyterian, it really seems like they've done that over the last couple of weeks.
We've constantly been working all fall on trying to make adjustments in the back. Obviously 2 of the freshmen that we're going to maybe start for us back there aren't really playing for us. So we really haven't had much flexibility on what to do with it. And really the last organizational change for us is taking Caitlin Wesneski out of the middle and putting her in the back. And she's a huge force in the middle, but as well as she's being a huge force in the back. So we're kind of taking a little bit, and we're actually giving probably a little bit back in the next game. It's probably taking one of the defenders out and put them at defensive central midfielder.
Talk about the significance of the 12th victory of the season. You've had some very good teams here at Charleston Southern. To have tied the program record for victories in a season and to still have at least 3 matches to play, I know is something that makes you very proud as a coach.
I mean, definitely. I'm not really looking at the record and saying, well, we've got to get to 12, we've got to do this. I mean, obviously, we're trying to make the conference tournament. Each of the players were trying to really go with the theme we had this year. And the theme for this year was the best year ever. And so they've been striving toward that in their individual ways and then in team ways. So this is really something the players have really jumped on and gone on a flow with. And so we've really been excited about that. And this is probably one of those goals they wanted to reach. And I'm very, very happy about what they've tried to do there.
And now we're in a position where Thursday and Saturday we have 2 games and a couple of victories in those 2 games, and you guys can clinch at least a share of the Big South Conference Championship. Talk about the weekend ahead and how you want to, I'm sure, take it one game at a time and try not to focus on the bigger picture, which is the conference championship.
Yeah, one game at a time. You can't really think. I mean, really, we talk a lot about girls. You can't really play for the stats. You really can't play for the records. You just got to play for each other. And you got to take one game at a time. And so, coming down the wire, I'm very happy about where we are. We've got 2 home games. You're really excited about last home game here at Buccaneer Field, and then senior night over at Blackbaud Stadium. Really 2 special nights for the kids. So that's what I'm really, really excited about. If we are able to win the first regular, yeah, of course I'll be happy about it. But I'm just excited about where the kids are and what they've done and how much success they've had this year.
And then, of course, next week the conference tournament is at Blackbaud. So I know playing that game Saturday night there will get you guys a little more acclimated to what it's like to play there. I know you played there once already this regular season, but to have that home field advantage for the conference tournament, and of course the conference tournament champion gets that NCAA tournament berth, is a big advantage for you guys.
Well, I mean, playing in South Carolina is a big advantage, I think. It's tough to go up to one of the colder areas and play up there. I mean, I like playing when we played the tournament at Coastal. I like when we played at Winthrop. We play here. Again, the fields are very similar. Blackbaud tends to be a little bit bigger than maybe even Coastal, maybe Winthrop. But again, very nice facilities, the very familiar kind of fields, grass-wise, weather-wise, things like that. So, if that's going to give us a home field advantage, yeah, sure. And we've played there, and I feel very good about our chances when we play at Blackbaud. We had played some pretty good games at Blackbaud.
Hey, Coach, best of luck this weekend. Hopefully when we talk to you next week, it'll be with at least a share of the conference championship and maybe a 1 seed in that conference tournament.
Well, we'll see what we can do.
All right, that's head coach Eric Terrill of the CSU women's soccer team. Like we said, Lady Bucks 2 victories away from clinching a share of the conference championship. They play Thursday and Saturday. As always, make sure you check csusports.com to see if they can get it done. For Coach Terrill, I'm Rob Walden. We'll see you next time on Buccaneer Update right here on csusports.com.